Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch classic from the 80s, Psychos in Love. Let's check it out. Here's a woman on the toilet. She's tinkling and all of a sudden somebody kills her. And then here's another victim. And there's a third victim, and here's our killer, Joe.
Diane stepped into my life. Well, actually, she...
But it turns out that Diane liked grapes, and this guy hates grapes. So, he had to kill her.
She liked grapes. I hate grapes. I can't stand grapes. I love grapes, all kinds of grapes.
And then he meets Kate.
When she'd smile, she'd send shivers up and down my spine.
As long as she doesn't like grapes, I guess she'll be okay.
I hate grapes. I can't stand grapes. I love grapes, all kinds of grapes. I hate purple grapes. I hate green grapes. I hate grapes with seeds. I hate grapes without seeds.
But guess what else she has in common with Joe? She kills people.
I guess I thought that me being both a manicurist and a psychotic killer would turn a guy off.
I'm a psycho killer.
Huh?
I'm a mad slasher. I kill people.
I don't believe it.
What?
Me too.
Good night. Be unstable.
They're
together.
clearly a good match.
So strange.
What
Her
is-
toes are moving.
Oh, yeah, you know, this broad here, she put up quite a struggle.
Yeah.
But I defeated her.
Oh, Joe.
Meanwhile, across town, there's a plumber
Thanks, Herman.
Oh no. Thank you.
who's also a killer. Puts down his dyed orange slice and slices her arm. He does something else with the bodies. He eats them. Meanwhile, our two psychos in love continue their psycho business, but on their own. They don't team up.
Slashers, you know the type you see in those horror films?
Yeah.
You take me out in the woods, rip my clothes off, make mad, passionate love to me, and you slice me up into little pieces.
I'm a psycho in love, I can't help myself. Psycho in love, I'm a psycho in love. Never felt this way about anyone else.
Our plumber still continues his work, though, too. You know these two are going to get together at some point, right? Finger food. This is a prostitute they brought home.
This is a joke, Roy. You're kidding with us, aren't you? This was like...
You noticed?
So did you.
Come on, she makes a great centerpiece.
Right.
Jealous?
A little.
Hey babe, I've got $50 in my back pocket that says I'm taking you home tonight.
It's lying to you.
Oh yeah? What'll 100 get me?
And a job in the back room.
Let's go.
They bring home
I got
another
a better
woman.
idea.
Yeah, what?
This one has a hard time staying dead, though.
I think so.
Time to get engaged.
I don't even enjoy this anymore. I'm only doing it for you.
Kate, let's just get married, move to the country, raise a family. It was great. Not only was she gorgeous, but I got to live out one of my favorite Jack the Ripper fantasies. I never killed a hooker before.
So they're going to bring someone home again. And she's going to get it in the shower. They're going to quit.
And I, you.
So what does this mean exactly?
Well, it could mean that as of right now, we're ex-psycho killers.
So they decide to rent horror movies instead so they can watch people kill. And they go to the video store, and right there on the wall on the left, there's Disconnected by the same director who's did this movie.
I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, who ever thought a VCR could be more fun than poking someone in the eye with cuticle scissors? Sink.
So they're retired, but their sink has been coughing up some body parts. I think you can see where this movie's going next.
Clogged. I need someone to come over and unclog it. Could you send someone over? What do you mean you don't make house calls?
Well, they do find a plumber that does house calls. Harmon, our cannibal. He may have struck gold.
Hold on just a minute.
This isn't gonna hurt at all.
Joe.
He wants to make a deal with them.
I want the body that parts like those came from.
If you don't mind me asking, what for?
To eat.
Yeah, perfect sense.
Oh, great. Is it a deal?
We've retired. Yeah.
What?
We don't slash anymore.
It just isn't fun.
Well, the lights went out, screen went black, they got into a fight.
Are you okay?
Joe's fine. They killed him. The fourth wall is broken several times in this film.
Hey, could you guys stop that? Come on, could you cut it out? Could you guys stop? Killed that girl in season.
That's pretty much our movie.
You kill her for nothing.
Yes, you did. You killed her because she liked grapes, and you like grapes.
But it's not grapes I like. It's raisins.
Alright, let's talk about the movie Psychos in Love. This is a movie that was on the horror shelves in the 1980s, and I rented it probably around 1986, 87 or so. Rented it, copied it, had it on a beta tape. And this is one of those movies I've mentioned before that I used to rent movies all the time. Used to rent them like 8 or 9 a night, and then I would set my alarm to wake me up every 90 minutes and just change tapes overnight. This is one of those that I actually did watch. I must have watched it live when I taped it. And I was quite impressed by it. I'm not usually a big fan of horror comedies. I want my horror just to be straight, but I really enjoyed this one because it was so well done. What we have here is a low-budget movie shot in Connecticut. A guy named Gorman Bouchard, something like that, is the director. Carmen Capobianco is the star, and Debbie Thibault is the other star. So, anyway, Carmen, Joe, he plays Joe. He is a serial killer. He kills people, and he just kills people. Apparently, he likes to chop them up and play with their parts, too, but he meets these lovely women. They usually get topless, and then he kills them. And then he meets this other woman named Kate, who also happens to be a serial killer. She kills people just, again, on a whim, just for really no reasons at all. And the two find each other, and they fall in love. Turns out Joe had found somebody else prior to that he thought would be a great match for him, but it turns out she likes grapes. She liked grapes, so he had to kill her because he hates grapes. He hates them purple and green. He hates them with or without seeds. He hates them peeled and unpeeled. He hates grapes 4 at a time, or in 1 at a time, or in groups of 2s and 3s. He just hates grapes. Turns out that Kate also hates grapes, so they are a match made in heaven. They both hate grapes. They're both serial killers. So anyway, they continue with their serial killing ways, usually by themselves, but they decided to do one together. So they got, I think it was a hooker they brought home, killed her, but then they decided, that this just isn't fun anymore. So they decided to retire and start renting movies instead, like Friday the 13th movies and all kinds of horror movies, so they can watch people kill instead. Meanwhile, their sink has a problem. In fact, there's a bunch of body parts that are coming up from their sink, so they decide they need to hire a plumber. Well, there's a plumber in town who also happens to be a killer. In fact, he's a cannibal. He kills people, his customers really, and then he eats them. So he comes over and he sees all these body parts, fingers and stuff, and he puts a few in his mouth, eats them, and he says, "You know what? Let's make a deal, guys. I want all your bodies. You kill people, I'll eat them." And but they say they're retired, they're not doing this anymore, and then the two of them get into a big fight. The plumber ends up decapitated and just limbless all over the kitchen. It's a huge mess, but our two heroes do survive. And then that's pretty much the end of our movie. So, and then in the middle of this movie, there's a great song called Psychos in Love, which I showed a little clip of too. I had that song, I actually put that song on a cassette tape years ago because I thought it was so entertaining. So, but anyway, that is Psychos in Love. Now, it's available on DVD. It's also been released on Blu-ray. Vinegar Syndrome put this fantastic Blu-ray out, which has some great stuff. Audio commentary from the director and from Carmen Capobianco. as well as some interviews, all kinds of good stuff. The reason I pulled this out today, this is actually a re-review from my previous channel, which I was going to do at some point anyway. However, I found out today that our star, Carmen Capobianco, died this morning, passed away. It's I'm not Facebook friends with any of them, but if you look on their pages, Carmen, Debbie, and Gorman, they all talk about apparently he had cancer and passed away this morning. So rest in peace, Carmen Capobianco. You made a couple of really cool films. They actually followed this one up with another one called Galactic Gigolo, which I also have, which is pretty hilarious. But anyway, this movie is pretty good. It's extremely gory. Lots of blood in this movie. But again, there's obviously comedy overtones, and it's pretty damn funny, actually. The one-liners are great. It looks like they had a great time making this movie. In fact, our actress, Debbie, she seemed to be giggling quite often throughout the film, and I can't blame her, because it was pretty good. Some great one-liners in this movie. Well done, people. So anyway, this is what you can do if you have $75,000, a low-budget film. If you do it right, you can do it. So check it out. Psychos in Love. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.